According to many Sonic fans, the characters in the series have changed drastically since 2010. And I'm not talking about side characters who get swapped out for different side characters or something along those lines. I'm talking more specifically about main characters who just changed in personality or appearance. And the worst thing is that some of these characters are fan favorites amongst the entire fan base. Characters like Shadow, Knuckles, and Amy are often criticized for being too different from how they originally were. Shadow is often criticized for being too edgy and betraying the character he already built up and finished in the game Sonic 06. People even compare his character to the likes of Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. Amy Rose is yet another character that people have many complaints for. At one point in time, Amy was full of character. She had all sorts of things going for her outside of just having a big thing for Sonic. But now in the game, people often say that she lacks that character she once had. And people also say the same thing for Knuckles. Knuckles is supposed to be the guardian of the Master Emerald, and now we don't even see him do that anymore. And what's sad is this was the biggest and most important thing about his character that is now just completely forgotten. However, there is one character who I believe suffered one of the most drastic changes over the course of the many years. This character is not only a fan favorite, but also one of the most popular characters in the entire series, and also Sonic's sidekick, Tails the Fox. What's up guys, it's SONICSTA, and in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at the one moment that changed Tails' character going forward. However, before we begin, I just want to ask you guys to hit that like and subscribe button if you like this kind of content. Also turn on the post notifications bell, that way you never miss a video. But with all that being said, let's just jump right off into it. Okay, so as I said before, many of the character changes began in the year 2010, and Tails is no exception. Now when you think about it, a lot of stuff happened during that year for the Sonic the Hedgehog series. During that year, we got new writers and also new voice actors, and not to mention the entire series was trying to go in some sort of different direction. To kick off the 2010s era of Sonic the Hedgehog, the first game during that time period was Sonic Colors. Now it's believed by many people that this game actually was not really made for Sonic fans. Many people seem to believe that this game was actually meant to attract non-fans into the series. Now I'm not exactly sure how true that is, but it would explain why the characters act differently than how they ever did. However, I would argue that Tails really didn't change all that much in Sonic Colors. At least not until the very end of the game. Allow me to explain. Alright, so in this game, Tails is actually not doing a whole lot of fighting, if any at all. Now we know in years past, Tails would do a lot of fighting, like in games Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and so on and so forth. However, in this game, Tails isn't doing any because he's trying to help out Yacker, their new friend. Seeing as though Yacker is an entirely different species known as a wisp, Sonic and Tails can't quite understand how he talks. So during the entirety of the game, Sonic is trying to stop Eggman and Tails is trying to understand the alien dialect. This makes sense, and honestly there shouldn't be too much complaining about this. If Tails was helping Sonic fight Eggman, then who would be trying to understand how the wisps speak? However, just because Tails does not fight in this game doesn't mean he doesn't want to. What I am about to show you is one of the last cutscenes of the game Sonic Colors. This one cutscene showcases how Sonic completely ruined Tails going forward.
Time to bail! It can't be!
Leaving so soon! There are no lines, and I've saved the best rides for last! At least let me stab your hand so you can come back in!
I know you're trying to be clever with this whole amusement park pun thing, but it's just coming off lame. Just say you're going to destroy us and stop embarrassing yourself.
Curse you, Sonic! Not only do you foil my plans, but you foil my speeches as well! I work hard on them! No matter, I will destroy you, and I will be victorious! Is that better?
Like a million times better. Thank you.
This robot is special! He's powered by the energy from your little friends! He is invincible! So I'd say it's been nice knowing you, but it hasn't.
I have to admit I'm a little scared. I don't think we can beat this guy.
See you on the ground, buddy.
Huh? Sonic, no!
Just got one last thing to do. As for you...
As you can see in this cutscene, the first thing Sonic does as soon as the Nega Wisp approaches is he protects Tails. Now at first glance, there really isn't a big problem with this, and if you're a new fan to the series, well, you don't really know how strong Tails can actually be. However, if you look at older Sonic games as a reference, you can see that Tails is capable of doing a lot of things. Not to mention, in the game Sonic Adventure, Tails has beaten Eggman alone before. With that being said, however, I will not overlook the fact that Tails said that he is unsure if they can beat the Mega Wisp, but personally I would argue that Tails is one of those characters who actually operates through fear. In previous Sonic games, whenever Tails was approached to fight some sort of villain or even just Eggman, he would often be afraid. However, that does not mean he was relying on Sonic to fulfill his quest for him. Let's take a look at the game Sonic Adventure, for example. Now, before the final boss in Tails' story in Sonic Adventure, we see that Tails is realizing that he depends on Sonic a lot and he can't do that forever. He comes to the realization that even just by hanging out with Sonic, he has changed and grown a lot. And just moments before he fights Eggman, he says, "I know I can do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on." This is a perfect example of Tails operating through fear. Even before the fight with Dr. Eggman, Tails repetitiously says, "I'm not scared." Tails likely does this to calm his nerves right before the fight, that way he is well equipped to fight Dr. Eggman. Personally, I would argue in the events of Sonic Colors, Tails is thinking the exact same thing. In the Sonic Colors cutscene that I showed earlier, Tails admits that he is in fact afraid, and also unsure if they can beat Mega Wisp. However, at no point in time during that cutscene did Tails ever say that he did not want to fight him anyway. However, due to Tails' uncertainty as well as his pessimistic attitude is what caused Sonic to push him into the elevator. And overall, it's in this very moment that Tails changes as a character. However, that's not quite widely believed. There are people out there who believe that the game Sonic Unleashed was the game where Tails changed completely. And to back that claim, they provide this cutscene. Now, I don't really think this is actually a fair argument here. I think in this cutscene, Tails has every right to be afraid. In this cutscene, Tails is completely outnumbered by unknown creatures. There are 7 Dark Gaia creatures surrounding him, and one of them is about 10 times his size. I don't believe this cutscene changed Tails' character, but what I do believe is it actually did cause him to showcase more sides of him. Honestly, there is a limit to what Tails can do, and this is just Tails showcasing his limits. He knows how strong he can be. All in all, I believe Tails has 2 different fears, one that motivates and one that is completely just fear. In Sonic Colors, I think he was showcasing a bit of motivation as he wasn't really afraid or flying away from the situation. Sonic just kind of took charge and didn't think that Tails could handle himself. However, because Sonic pushed him into the elevator, Tails became a character who is completely reliant on Sonic alone. And this unfortunately had a lasting impact on Tails. In the game Sonic Lost World, Tails didn't really have a role outside of just, well, nothing. Unlike Sonic Colors, Tails wasn't really doing anything that would actually benefit Sonic behind the scenes. Occasionally Tails would fix a machine or two, but that would really be the extent of what he does in the entire game. And I guess this is what causes Sonic to underestimate him once again. In this game, Sonic kicks away Eggman's conch, which controls the Deadly Six. This causes Eggman to lose control of the Deadly Six, which causes them to go on a rampage. And in order to escape their rage, Sonic picks up Tails and tells him that he would not like to see Tails get fried. And to which Tails responds with,
"Not getting fried would be nice."
Tails has lost everything he's built up from the very beginning. You'd think that Tails hanging out with Sonic more and more would make him stronger and stronger, but over the years, Tails has just gotten a lot weaker. Unfortunately, in Sonic Lost World, Tails really doesn't do anything that's all that important. And to be honest, I can pretty much say the same thing for the game Sonic Forces. In this game, the first thing regarding Tails that we actually hear about is that he's completely lost it when he thinks that Sonic has been defeated. And as far as Tails' friends are concerned, they have no idea where he even is. But the thing that really bothers me here is the fact that Tails didn't do anything to help Sonic. There was another time where Sonic was assumed dead and Tails continued to keep fighting. In the game Sonic Adventure 2, Tails literally saw his best friend Sonic explode and he continued to fight Eggman. He continued to fight for the sake of Sonic, not for anyone or anything else. What I loved most about Tails is that he continued to show bravery even in the roughest of situations. Unlike Sonic, I believe Tails was supposed to be the more relatable character to all ages. As time passed and as Tails kept hanging out with Sonic, he was supposed to continue to grow as a character and also become more strong because of it. But ever since Sonic pushed him into the elevator, Tails became more and more dependent on Sonic. He showed fear of Chaos Zero when he claims to have previously defeated Chaos 6. Not to mention, Tails has fought by himself a lot stronger enemies than Chaos Zero. The best thing about Tails was that he wasn't like Sonic, he wasn't fearless. Tails was a character who was driven by fear but wasn't going to use that as a crutch for why he wasn't able to do something. But all in all, that is the one moment that really caused Sonic to ruin Tails as a character. What's going on, guys? Thank you all so much for sticking around to the end of the video. But now I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Tails the Fox as a character? Personally, I've always loved Tails and I always saw him as somewhat of a relatable character. In the future, I honestly and truly do hope that he returns to his roots. But anyway, if you did end up liking this video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Again, it really helps me and my channel out a ton. One last thing before I go here though, is I want to take the time to shout out some of my amazing channel members. You guys truly are the best motivators. Thanks to you guys, I'm driven day by day to make the best content that I could possibly make. And to be honest, videos like these wouldn't even be possible without you guys. Thank you all so much. If you want to become a member of my channel and unlock access to all kinds of exclusive perks and also a secret Discord server, there'll be a link in the description down below. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and this is SONICSTA signing out. Have a blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?